Welcome everyone to the Vasayo opportunity meeting that we have here. We're so excited that you're on this call with us. And, if anything we say piques your interest, then we'd love to connect with you more. If what we're saying you could care less about, then just thanks for being open to a new opportunity and taking the time to listen to us. We really appreciate it.
And I'll definitely say that as well, that, our goal with this meeting is to present the Vasayo opportunity for you. And like Megan said, if something that you hear resonates with you and you really want to move forward with it because you see the opportunity, that's awesome. Reach out to the person who sent you this video and talk to them, and they will help you out to get started. If it doesn't, then I commend you for listening to this video and watching it and checking it out and learning something new. Because not a lot of people would even take the steps that you're doing right now. So if nothing else, if you aren't into this presentation, then it was awesome that you were able to take the time. But if you were those type of people who saw this and said, this is something that I want to run with, that I can do really well with, then reach out to the person who shared this video with you, because it is an incredible, incredible opportunity.
Yeah, we're really excited. I guess I'll just start off talking a little bit about our background and how it leads us up to our Vasayo, what we're doing right now. So we were involved in network marketing probably 7 years ago, and we were involved in a company called Monavie, and we did that for probably 3 years, and it was literally like an amazing experience for us. Not only did we
some success,
we had some success. We made money. We were able to drink amazing product. But beyond that, we both grew as people. We didn't even know that it was possible to grow like we did. We started reading amazing books, hanging around amazing people.
I never read a self-help book before that. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, all these books, where now we have, quite a few real estate investments, and I have my own, with a partner, a social media marketing business, and everything stemmed from our decision to join Monavie that long ago. So it wasn't just the financial benefit we got from the company, but you are the sum of your 5 closest friends, and we started hanging around some really powerful key people, and it dramatically changed our lives.
Yeah. So that whole experience all around was amazing. And then we got out of the industry for a while. We never really expected to get back into network marketing. But it was probably 4 months ago. Vaden didn't know this, but I was secretly hoping for another company to come our way. I just wanted to be challenged again personally, to get out of my comfort zone and be able to take our finances to a different level and our personal growth to a different level. Even though we had already come so far, I thought that, we could do more. And so I was praying and hoping for an opportunity to come along, and Vaden didn't know that. And so when I saw Dallin and Carrie's video come on Facebook, and I watched it, and I literally got goosebumps. I was like, wow, this is meant to be. This doesn't just happen. It's not just a coincidence that, Dallin and Carrie are coming back. Because Dallin and Carrie, they just have amazing hearts. And not only that, we'll talk about it a little in our presentation, but what they've done with the past 2 companies that they've been involved with. So I showed Vaden the video, and he was like, oh, that's great. I'm not that excited on it.
Yeah.
And so I just kept watching on Facebook. I was looking for anything that came up about what the products were going to be like, when they might be launching, and started seeing some things come about, and didn't really talk to Vaden much about it. But then I connected with one of my good friends, Tammy, and she's like, you know what, Megan, I think we're going to do this. I was like, yeah, I want to do it too. I've been searching for something like this to push me to do more,
This is all still kind of behind my back. I don't know quite as much yet that you're wanting to do.
Yeah. Vaden, I remember looking at me one time, and he's like, why do you keep looking at this? Why do you want to do this? And I was just like, because I have this calling that I want to do more with my life, and this industry is a way that you can do that. You can set out, you can help people achieve their goals, in all different areas of their life. And I just felt like, I needed that back in my life.
And I'll say too that like the reason is because like if you guys happen to know Megan, she's not the most like I'm just gonna go out and go outgoing person. So building a business like this is not building through her strengths. So I would tell her, I was like, why do you want to do this? And it's so like impactful for me that she wanted to do this initially because she knew that she could overcome that fear that she had. And that was like a driving factor for her wanting to do this, is because she knew that she wanted to challenge herself to get over that fear of not wanting just to go up and talk to people or, and overcome that. And that means so much that you were willing, that was like your driving factor initially, was just, to overcome that.
Totally. And I mean, I still get nervous. Don't get me wrong, but you're always growing. And so I'm just excited to be on this journey, to tell you the truth. And so going back, I connected with Tammy, and Tammy's like, you know what? I think we're going to do this. She's like, I just got a call from Rex Crane, who's this amazing motivational, inspirational speaker who we've come to know throughout the years through Monavie. And then I did some life coaching through this one church, and he was kind of part of that. So we got to meet him again through that little venture. So I was like, whoa, like we're going to be mentored personally by Rex Crane. Like we can like have that connection. And like Vaden mentioned before, you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with. And so in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is a no-brainer. So I was like, oh, somehow I have to get like Vaden on board with me. And so Tammy set up a 3-way call for us to get on the phone with Rex. And it was a day that I was getting my hair done. And my hair takes a very long time to get done. And so, unfortunately, I had to keep pushing back the time. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot cancel on Rex Crane. Like, this is not okay. So I texted Vaden, and I was like, is there any way that you can just get on the phone for me? Like, get on this 3-way call because I don't know if I can make it on. Yeah. And so, at this point, I'm, like, asking, like, Vaden to do a huge favor for me. Because at this point, I'm the only one who is interested in Vasayo. Vaden's like, he could care less about it. And so, Vaden is awesome, and he got on the call with Rex, and you can touch on a little bit of just kind of like how you felt after you talked to Rex.
Yeah. And so for me, it was like, I wasn't like anti-Vasayo because like I understand the industry and the power of it. I just didn't want to take on that venture because I know that it's a business that gives you incredible rewards, but it's work, guys. Like it's work. And we have a son who's almost going to be 4, and my business of marketing, and so. But it wasn't until I got on the phone with Rex, and obviously I was like, well, shoot, I'll take an opportunity to talk to Rex Crane anytime. That's good. But it wasn't until I talked with him and he shared why he made the switch to becoming a distributor. Now, for Rex Crane is the guy who, when you go to conferences, he's the keynote speaker. He's like the, I don't know how much, $15,000 guy who comes in that they pay to do these massive presentations and motivational talking. And he's done for Monavie, he's done it for Jeunesse, for Visalis. I mean, there's a bunch of companies who have brought him in, plus outside of the network marketing industry. I mean, he's talked to the Pentagon. And what he shared with me of why he decided to join Vasayo as a distributor was the same reason why I even really entertained the idea of getting back in the industry, and that was because of Dallin Larsen and who he is and his vision and his heart as the CEO of the company. And like Megan said, we'll get into that a little bit later in the presentation, but that was for me, I was like, okay, that was the only reason I was open to it. And for someone like Rex to say that's the reason why he got involved, I knew we were going to be putting our heart and our effort into a really good place with that.
Yeah. So basically at that point, Vaden was awesome, and he decided to come on board. We talked to Derek and Tammy more to come up, kind of with a game plan. And at this point, we didn't even know what the products were going to be. We knew they were going to be health products.
Yeah, we didn't even know, and they're like, okay, they have a founder's pack. Like, there's no way we're getting that founder's pack. We don't even know what the products are.
Vaden already told me, he's like, we're not going to, like, just buy a bunch of products to buy a bunch of products. And then, like, the next day we're like, oh, we're jumping all in.
I remember specifically, I was like, there's no way we're getting a founder's pack. Because, I think at that point, like, we did not even know what the products were. Yeah. We just knew that there was going to be products. And so we're like,
they were going to be health products. Yeah. So.
And knew something to do with liposomes. And so, like, but a lot of it, once again, was the faith of Dallin Larsen. And that, if he was going to come to market with something, it wasn't just going to be some throwaway product. Like, he's not going to do something unless he's going to have disruptive products. And guys, like, the first 2 weeks of having products, like, the stories that are coming in are incredible. And so we made a good decision of walking that leap of faith with jumping on the products before we knew what they were.
Yeah. So that's, where we are today. We are 100% Vasayo. We're so excited about all the amazing products and the business behind it. And we just feel that it's, a powerful opportunity for a lot of people to really change their life, physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually. And we're just looking for people to partner with. And so that's just a little bit about our story.
That's our story to how we get here. And now we're just going to bust through these slides. I'll be as brief as possible because I want to respect you guys' time. And so the thing about these products is they are disruptive products. They utilize this patented proprietary, actually it's not even a patent, we learned this at our last event, it's a proprietary liposome technology, so it's a trade secret. And so what that is even more powerful than a patent, because if you have a patent, people can research the patent and find out what makes that patent. Well, with a trade secret, you don't have to identify what that is. And so it's all about the way that we utilize and create these liposomes that will dramatically is increasing the absorption rate. Because first and foremost, the absorption rate of nutrients anyways is extremely low. People are basically just peeing out their nutrients that they take in, their vitamins. So what a liposome does, and I'm not a scientist, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn last night. So what a liposome does is it's like a bubble, sorry for my corny jokes. It's like a bubble that wraps around the nutrient, right? And so what that bubble does is it replicates our cell structure. And so when we take in these products with our liposome technology, it goes in and it actually connects to our cells and opens up and allows the nutrients to pass through. And another thing we learned from Michelle LaSure, which is awesome too, is that liposome actually then absorbs into the cell and helps actually soften the cell membrane, which is really cool too, because I thought it was just about the nutrients going in. What this does is this bypasses our digestive system. And that's why people are having such incredible results, because the absorption rate is so much higher. So if you were taking some other sort of sleep medication or something else, for added energy or, any other sort of brain product, you probably aren't noticing nearly as good of results because those nutrients aren't getting into your system. Whereas what we have, it gets into your system, it bypasses the digestive system, and it's a sustained into your bloodstream. Mm-hmm. And so that's why people who are taking the sleep product or the energy product are noticing energy levels consistent, and it's not just hey, let me take a 4-hour energy drink or 5-hour energy drink or whatever and just go crazy for an hour and then just crash down and feel like I'm done and you take another one. It's that long absorbed energy, and that's really what's going to be incredibly different between these products. And so we have this advanced delivery technology, and I'll just read this here. Liposome layers, they form a bubble, and that's kind of what I was talking about that bubble, and you can see the diagram here, around the key nutrients, allowing nutrients to bypass the digestive system.
Destructive aspect.
Yeah, the destructive aspect of the digestive system. So that's going back to that bypassing that digestive system. So it's getting into your bloodstream before you excrete out the nutrients. And Dr. Emmett Blair, he is the chief scientist of the company. He's one of the foremost researchers of liposomes. He is the one who has the trade secret on that liposome technology that nobody else does. And so the differences from this is, as other liposomal products out there, is we don't use heat, we don't use pressure. He does a very natural, non-GMO, soy process. He basically tries to replicate what goes on in our body. A lot of other companies out there that utilize liposome technology, they're using these high-pressure pistons that are creating these bubble liposomes. And they're also utilizing ethanol, which is we don't have ethanol going through our body, so why would you use ethanol to create a liposome? And it makes a lot of sense to try and do things as natural as they occur in the body, because then the body is going to absorb them much, much faster. And so I'm going to break down these products here. The first one is Neuro. Incredible product for brain health. This product, we're seeing amazing results. One of our good friends was just telling us a story about how he does sales, and so he sits in front of a computer for hours every single day, and he just notices at the end of the day, he just feels drained. So he started taking a Neuro about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and just said his focus, his cognitive memory is just so much better. And as you can see on this slide here, we break down each of the ingredients in the product. And some of the benefits and things that these ingredients by themselves are known to do. And one thing I want to point out on this slide, which is really cool, is what I did is I went on Amazon. On the bottom of the slide, I just went on Amazon and I tried to find products of these ingredients, right? And I wasn't even cherry picking and looking for like the most expensive products to show you guys this slide of how Neuro's saving you so much more money. Like I found mid-range products. I didn't get the cheapest ones, I didn't get the most expensive ones, and none of those products are utilizing liposome technology. So this is our our Amazon price check. So if you went on Amazon to buy all 5 of these ingredients without liposomes at all, mid-range, and none of these say they're organic or anything. These are just products you'll find on Amazon. You'd spend almost $100. Well, the Neuro's $64. And so the difference, I mean, you're going to save money right there. These products are packed with all kinds of value. Sleep products. Sleep is I don't know if you have any stories you want to share about people with the sleep, but the sleeps we've heard amazing stories of people that have been taking the sleep product and experienced just incredible results from it.
Yeah, just sleeping, a lot more hours when they'd wake up to go to the bathroom multiple times throughout the night, and they might just be waking up once to go to the bathroom, just longer sleep, and then waking up refreshed, and going to sleep quicker too. Like I hear people say, they take a couple sprays and then within 15 minutes they start feeling sleepy and then go into a great sleep. So
totally. And here once again breaking down those 4 key ingredients. But the thing to always remember is we have that liposomal technology, the trade secret version. You look at the products down here, if you were to go and buy these 4 ingredients just in the open market on Amazon, mid-level products, non-liposomal, $61. Ours is $49. So once again, it's a great deal as compared. It's competitively priced on the marketplace, which is something that we're super excited about. Yeah. So our last company, the product was great, but we always had to overcome that hurdle of being very, very expensive. And so to have these products at a price point that's affordable is huge for the customer base. Renew, this is a product that I've been taking since we started getting the product on a consistent basis. I've dabbled in the other ones, but I wanted to take Renew myself because this is the one that I felt was the most closest thing to what Monavie was, and the one that people really are going to start to experience relief in joint pains or things like that. It's antioxidant, which we know is good for you. And I really enjoyed the product. I don't know if I've noticed any major difference. Like I was telling Megan, my knee always hurt before. I hurt my knee, and it was like over a year I've dealt with it, wearing a knee brace when I play basketball and stuff, and it doesn't hurt anymore. And I can't say it was from Renew because I don't know. I don't know if it was like that exact thing. All I know is it doesn't hurt anymore, and it used to. And like I said, I'm not saying it was 100% from that. I don't know, but I just know is that I've been taking Renew for 2 weeks and my knee doesn't hurt anymore. And once again, all these products, curcumin. Curcumin this is really important with curcumin is it does not absorb very easily into the body. Most forms of curcumin really have a hard time for the body for it to absorb into the body. So the fact that we're utilizing this liposome is huge for getting curcumin into your body, and it's got all kinds of amazing benefits. Once again, these 5 products, if you went on Amazon, you're looking at $82 to buy mid-range non-liposomal products to get the Renew. Energy, we had a good result with energy a week ago. We drove about 2.5 to 3 hours away for a presentation in Pleasanton, California, and
Vaden's falling asleep in the passenger seat.
Okay, so I probably went to bed at 11 o'clock that night, got up at 5, played basketball, was working the whole day, then we get out, we start driving in the car, and I don't know about you guys, but if it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I got up at 5, and I've been going all day long, I'm just fighting, my eyes and I felt bad because it's just the 2 of us, and then Megan has to drive all by herself. So then I just took a couple shots of energy, and I was good. I popped up. I was not crazy, Yeah. I was just good. I had good sustained energy all the way there. We went to dinner. We went to the meeting. On the way home, we took 2 more shots of energy. Also, we got home at 1 o'clock at night, and both of us were solid. Neither of us were super tired. It was cool.
I feel like I've taken this a few times, and normally with energy things like coffee or teas or whatnot, I don't usually feel the caffeine or whatever, and this is just all natural, but with this energy product, I really do feel that just energy, and it's not I'm oh yeah, I just took it and I just have all this energy. It's just that gradual amount building up, and it just keeps you at that high energy for for a while, a few hours at least, you know?
And for me, like, caffeine, like, does not affect me usually. Like, I could drink a cup of coffee before I go to bed. Or, like, when I was a kid, like, we always had 2 liters of soda. So, like, I could literally, like, down, like, a liter of Coca-Cola before I went to bed, and I would just not be affected. So the fact that I noticed a difference was huge for me. And I'm going out on a limb here, but I think there's going to be amazing results from people utilizing this product in weight loss. Just because it has some of these ingredients that can help, and I'm not exactly sure how people are going to do it, if they're going to tie it in with something else, but I just have a hunch that I think that people are going to utilize this product to get some sort of results with weight loss. And once again, on the free market on Amazon, you know, price checking, $88 to get these ingredients. So if you like this product and you're like, oh, I want to go out and just, do my own thing, you're going to spend, almost twice as much to go out and buy these products, and you're not even getting liposomal delivery system. And so the last one, core essentials. This is kind of the gap product. This is the one that we all need to be taking because we are not getting anywhere close to the amount of vitamins in our diet. But one thing I also learned from that last meeting, and that's why these meetings, that if there's one near your town or a couple hours away, it's so important to go to, because I learned about trace minerals and the importance of the trace minerals and how your body isn't even able to absorb these vitamins unless it has those trace minerals with them. And so it has the vitamins, it has the trace minerals, it has a lot more than what's listed on this page. They're just kind of some of the main highlight ones. But we all need to take some sort of multivitamin product just with our depleted food sources, our depleted soil. It's extremely, extremely important. This is one of those ones that, like, I would tell most people, like, if you take this product, like, you're not going to take this product for 3 days and be like, whoa, I noticed such a crazy difference. It's a long-lasting difference. It's investing in your health. And one thing that Michelle said in that meeting is, it's like, with our health, it's like, you're going to pay now or you're going to pay later. Like, it's one of the two. Like, you could just say, I'm going to eat McDonald's and drink soda all day long. I'm not going to care about my health, but you're going to pay big down the road. Or you can pay now, take care of your health, and enjoy a longer, healthier life. So it's pay now or pay later.
Yep.
And I thought that was really important and really cool. That I thought.
Touching on, why it's the right timing. We have the right leadership with Dallin Larsen. He's taken his past 2 companies to billion-dollar companies, as you can see here. He was in the Inc. 500, which is, showing the top companies, and it's not just network marketing companies that are shown in there. So he took Monavie to that, and
number 1 in food and beverage.
Okay,
like it was crazy. We were involved in Monavie during that time, and that was such a huge thing to be like number 1 in food and beverage category in the Inc. 500. And I think they were like, what was it, number 18, maybe of fastest growing companies that year.
Yeah. So basically, the right leadership. What was the other things?
So timing, so Robert Kiyosaki would say the trend is your friend. So 2 aspects of timing are just incredibly perfect right now for this company. So first off is the industry. You have the largest segment of our population who are moving into that retirement age, this baby boomer age. And what do they want? They want to live longer, they want to feel better, and they want to look younger. Well, we have products that handle each and every one of those aspects for them. So if you're going to start a business, it makes sense to start a business where there's a trend, where there's timing, right? It's not the best time to start a typewriter business. The trend's not there, right? So figure out where people are going to be investing their money and put your business in front of it. And that's kind of the example of that wave right there. It's called the wellness revolution. So that's why the timing is perfect as far as the industry. Why the timing is great for this company is because we are on that early ground floor opportunity. When we were in Monavie, one of the highest earners in the company, he enrolled, 2 years into the company. So you can enroll at any point and be successful. But when you get in early, you understand that there is a large push from the beginning. People are excited. But what I like about it is there's zero market saturation. You aren't going out there and talking to people who have already heard and tried the products. Now, people are joining companies like Amway right now that have been around for years and finding success. But once again, put yourself in the position to where it's the path of least resistance, right? Get in front of a trend, find a product or company where there's zero market saturation, and that's where we're at right now with both of those aspects. And we're looking at the largest launch in MLM history, and we don't launch until May. We have so much momentum, so many people joining every single day, that it's crazy. And we're going to breeze past this one because we talked about the products, but these are just those 4 pillars of success when looking for a company. But these products are disruptive, they're proprietary, and they're all natural, which is important. Good quality ingredients. Here's a couple testimonials. I'm not going to read these ones, but I'll share just some of just the testimonials that we've had from people who are just having great experiences with the product. And we always have to be cautious with testimonials, right? You can't say like, oh, I grew a third arm because I've been drinking this product. Like,
seriously, you do need to be.
No, yeah, but seriously, you do. Like, you have to be cautious of testimonials, but
you can share your experience.
You can share your experience with it, and that's the thing is people only had products for like 2 weeks, really, maybe 2.5 weeks, depending on where they're at in the country, and people are experiencing incredible results from these products. And so for us, that's really exciting because when we got involved, we didn't even know what the products were. So knowing that people are utilizing these products and having great results, because the product is what's going to push your company forward, right? If you're looking at this from a business opportunity, you have 2 aspects you're going to go. You can build your sales team and you can find other people to work with, but you have to find inline users, just customers who want to consume the products, and knowing that the products are reasonably priced, just like we showed, competitive in the market, and also are making a difference and results in people's life is super important. And then the system, the system is key. So what I say about the system is like, how many of you guys out there feel like you could make a better hamburger than McDonald's? Right? Like, we made burgers. Like, I thought they were probably better than McDonald's. Most of you guys watching this, you'd be like, yeah, I could make a better burger than McDonald's. You kidding me? But how many of you guys could build a better business system than McDonald's, right? Better training program, better teaching aspect, better expansion plan. How many of you guys could build a better system than what McDonald's has? That's the power in a successful business. And that's one thing that most small business owners miss, because they see something like the product, and don't get me wrong, the product is great, but if you don't have a good system in place, you become the system, right? So what we have here with Vasayo is it's an online business. It's a kind of a built for you business. So you have online marketing tools. When you sign up, you have a duplicated website, you have an app you can share to people, there's presentation slides, but one of the coolest things about it is it's a business of servitude, right? So like, if somebody enrolls in our business, like, we work for them. That's crazy. So think of this. If you were like starting a business and you're a ditch digging business, right? You're going to start your own business, and you go out there and you open up shop on day one. Someone walks into your business. His name's Joe, and you're like, oh, hey, how's it going? You're like, hey, how's it going? My name's Joe. I'm here to work. You're the business owner. You're like, I'm sorry, I don't have any employees. I'm trying to kind of just build this up myself. And they're like, no, I'm here to help you out, provide my services. I've been in the ditch digging business for like 20 years, and I just want to share with you how to bid jobs and how to become better at your business. And if you were the owner, you'd be like, that's crazy. Okay, cool. Let me get your number. And then the guy leaves, and then a couple minutes later, another person calls you up on the phone. Hey, my name's Jim. I'm just here. I want to help you out. And they're like, oh, I don't need any employees. No, you don't have to pay me. I'm just here to help you out, provide whatever service I can. Even if you need someone to dig the ditch with you, I'm here for you. Just let me know. And that's literally like what we have in this business. Like, when you enroll, like, I now work for you, right? I'm now working for you to find success for you. It totally flips the traditional business world upside down. So you have a duplicated plug-and-play system, plus you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And that's what's incredibly important.
Oh, real quick, we have the 2, online Facebook groups that are, just so powerful. One of our upline business partners, he just pours into us of network marketing school, pretty much. Like, he's learned from the best. He studied under Robert Kiyosaki. He knows real estate. He knows the trends. He knows all those things. So he is pouring into us seriously every day, and we're just learning the nuts and bolts of how to build a network marketing business. So you guys would have all that
at your fingertips
as well.
to be able to get for learning. Yeah, it's huge. So you might be asking at this point, if you're interested, like, okay, so how do I get paid, right? So there's 8 ways of getting paid, but there's really 4 that we're going to break down for you, because that's kind of the ones you need to focus on first, the most important ones. So the first one is customer bonus, right? So when you enroll a customer, like, you find your aunt, your cousin, your neighbor, whoever it is, someone you meet somewhere that's interested in the product, they want to purchase the product. Now, we're not the type of business where you open up your trunk and you have like a trunk full of product and you're slinging product out of parking lots. We like to set up people with accounts, right? So if you talk to your cousin Jim, and your cousin Jim wants to buy some sleep product because he has issues with sleeping, you either have them go online to your duplicated site, buy it directly from the company, or you can fill out a form and you can plug it in yourself. The company is then going to ship Jim his product. They're going to cut you a commission. They're going to pay you 20% of the volume. So, for example, I hope this isn't going over your head, the sleep product is 35, what they call volume, and so that's going to pay you $7. But here's the cool thing is these products are consumable and it's perpetual. So every single month, Jim wants to sleep, right? Everyone likes to sleep. So he's going to buy that product month after month after month, and that's $7, $7, $7, $7 over and over and over again. It's called a residual income. So that's the first one. Great way of getting paid as the customer. And actually that volume goes to your business and also goes upline as well too. So it creates an incentive for you to teach that within your business as well. Product introductory bonus. So this is when you sign up someone, once again, on that Salesforce team that wants to do the business. The first time that they place an order, you get a percent of that first order, 20%, I believe, right?
10 to 20,
10 to 20, depending on
where
you're at on your LCP. And then the next one is
the
Power of 3.
Power of 3.
Power of 3. Power of 3, which actually I'll go into a video here in just a second. Here, I'll do team commissions first. This is the next slide. So team commissions is the volume that goes through your business. So everyone has a right leg and they have a left leg. And depending on the amount of volume that goes through, you get paid on. So what the company does is they run and this is going to go over a lot of your guys. You don't have to understand this right now. They do a 240-point cycle every like 10 minutes and they pay you $25. The only thing you really need to understand on this is you help build people into your business, and the fact that you can always make more money than anybody above you. You know, when we talked about in our last company in Montevideo, the top distributor, he joined like 2 years after the company started, I believe, and became the top distributor. And there's people who joined, you know, way after us who ended up going way higher. So it doesn't matter where you're at in the tree of the business. It matters how much effort you put into and how you build your business. So this is so yeah. So that's right. So here's that product introductory bonus. And here is the power of 3.
Now I want to show you guys real quick on how you can get in 4 weeks to $1,000 in your Vasayo business. It's real simple. And I'm only going to show you in the 2 ways that you're making money. You want to get in, and this scenario is based on the brand partner pack. Every single person that you're enrolling and your team is enrolling, this scenario is based on the brand partner pack. It's $329 and 240 points. So week 1, you're going to get in, get your spot, get that 240 point pack. You're going to personally sponsor one on your left, personally sponsor one on your right, and then you're going to help them to do the exact same thing in the first week in the business. With that scenario, your product introductory bonus is going to be $96, and your Power of 3 bonus is going to be $150. You're going to make your first week in the business $246. Now, week 2 rolls around, we're going to do the same thing again. Personally sponsor one on your left, personally sponsor one on your right, help them to get their 2 people, and this just does it over again. Same thing week 3, put one left, one right, help them get their 2 people. Same thing on week 4, one left, one right, help them get their 2 people. Again, everyone's buying the brand partner pack, which is 240 points. And when you do that 4 times, you're going to get $246 times 4, $984. Your original cost is $329. You're going to subtract that off to $984, and you're going to make, for your first month in the business, $655, and that does not include the cycles that will be going into your business off team commission. So real quick, on a Friday, I wanted to show you guys how, over the next 4 weeks, once product ships, how you can start making some money.
Okay, cool. So that was the Power of 3 video. And so like if you just wrap your mind around that, as simple as that is, of putting someone in on the left, right, and helping them, and getting to $1,000 in your first month, like it's not that complicated. Like this, I'm gonna tell you guys, this business is not easy, but it's simple. You know, simplify it down. Don't try and overthink things and redo things. Just keep it to that very simple level. And then these are just the different rank advancements in the company as you continue to grow your business. You go up in rank, and you can see all these little stars are reward trips. And this company will reward you with trips, with cars, with all kinds of crazy stuff, cash bonuses. I mean, it gets insane. Basically, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. All right, and so now lastly, guys, this is something that I want to really invest into you. And so if you're at this point in this presentation, you probably came to the point where you're either interested or you're not. And that's cool if you're not. Like I said, we don't try and talk anybody into anything, because we feel like what we have with Vasayo is a diamond, right? And it doesn't matter who's interested or not, it still doesn't change the value of that diamond in our hands. So, but I really want you to pay attention to this part, no matter where you're at. You know, if you're interested or if you're not interested, because I think this is going to be really valuable, and it'll dramatically change your life and the way you think about business, because it changed my life, and that's why I want to share it with you. So 2 ways of earning income, right? Earned income and passive income. So I only laugh because I look at these pictures and I'm like, which side would you rather be on, right? I always thought earned income was the only way to go. I thought that was the only way to make any money, right? If you wanted to make money, you got to work. You got to put in hours and work. Well, that's true. But there's also another way that you can learn how to make income, and that's passive income. That's having a system work for you. That's having your money work for you. And everyone, this is from Kiyosaki. So for those of you guys who understand that have read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you guys might already know this cash flow quadrant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to relate to why this cash flow quadrant is so powerful for not just network marketing, but also just for Vasayo. So every single person in our society who makes money makes it in one of these 4 quadrants, right? So the first one is the E quadrant. That's the employee quadrant. This is where most people live at, right? This is trading hours for dollars. You show up to go to work, you get paid. You go to work, you get paid. You go to work, you get paid. You don't go to work, you don't get paid, right? You are an employee. It doesn't really matter how much money you make, how successful you are. You can make $20,000 a year, you can make $200,000 a year. The fact is that you are employed by someone else, that you trade your hours for dollars. So what happens is a lot of employees, they want to break out of this place, right? So what they do is they move to become a small business owner. That's why you have, in my instance, before we got involved in our previous company, I was an E and I wanted to move to an S, right? So I worked at a restaurant. I was waiting tables at a restaurant and I wanted to start my own restaurant, right? So here's the deal. If I would have started my own restaurant, I would have went into massive debt, but I would have had a little bit more freedom, right? I am now my own boss. I don't have a boss telling me what to do, so that's better. I get better tax write-offs. Because an employee, your tax benefits are like nothing. So better tax write-offs. I control my own destiny. Have a little bit more freedom. But here's the deal: is I would have been working probably 80 hours a week at that restaurant, and wouldn't have been making much money, if any money at all. And I can guarantee you that if I took my hourly wage as a small business owner and compared that to my employees would probably be making more money than I was, right? And I was going to be the system, right? It was my business. I wanted to do it my way, understand how I could do it, right? And so this is kind of where that earned income comes from, right? But there's a whole another quadrant. It wasn't until I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad and started studying more Robert Kiyosaki to realize that people live in this other world that us E's and S's don't even understand. Right? There's a big business quadrant. So here's the thing. This is like Forbes. This is Microsoft, Apple. I mean, these are big companies, right? Toyota. But the thing is with these ones is they're defined by having 500 employees and generally cost anywhere from $5 to $25 million to start, right? You can imagine why E's and S's on the other side of the quadrant can't even fathom the idea of living in this big business quadrant, right? I don't want to handle 500 employees, and I'm just a little bit shy of $5 to $25 million to get started in this big business quadrant. And so then the last one on the right, this is kind of the creme de la creme. This is the investor quadrant. This is where your money is working for you. So this is where you don't have to actually show up to work, right? Because you've invested your money in places. So this is if you have an apartment complex or if you have certain stocks that pay you high dividends. Your money is literally doing the work for you. So this is cool, right? You got 4 quadrants, how you make money. But the difference is fundamentally on how people on each side of the quadrant think, right? That's the big difference, is how they think about money, right? How they think about things. E's and S's on this side of the quadrant, employees and small business owners, they're driven by fear, right? They're afraid to do something because they're afraid of losing their job. They're afraid to stretch out because they're afraid of losing their business. It's a major fear on this side of the quadrant. B's and I's over here, they're driven by their dreams, right? They're not fearful. They want to go after that. They see an idea, they go after it. They don't care if they fail because they're driven by the dreams of their possibility. Their biggest fear is to have to go to the other side of the quadrant and get a job. And that's a crazy mind state, right? And so this is why Kiyosaki calls the left side of the quadrant the poor side and the right side the rich side. Like I said, it doesn't really matter how much money you make. It's how you make your money. On the left side, they're trading hours for dollars. On the right side, they have systems in place, or they have their money working for them. So what does this mean for us, right? We're sitting here in a Vasayo presentation, and you're like, okay, this is cool, but like, what does this do for me, right? Let me show you how the business works. So you learn all about the products, about the leadership, about the timing, everything about this opportunity. And let's say you wanted to take the lead, right? Let's say, okay, you know what? You're looking at this and you're like, I can do this. I think I could do this and I could do really well, right? So what's really well to you? Going out and signing up 40 people, 30 people, right? What if you could just go ahead and in your first month, sign up 2? Not the world, not your whole town, 2 people. 2 people who see this opportunity as well as you do. And here's the thing, like we said, it's a business it's business for yourself, but not by yourself. So you don't have to know everything. You can lean on people like me or people like Rick or Rex or any one of your leaders in your business to help you out, right? So in the first month, sign up 2 people. That's not crazy. 30 days to find 2 people? Sure. In the next month, you help those 2 people find 2 people. So now month number 2, you have 4 new people in your business, right? 4 new people in your business. Let's just duplicate this down month after month. All you're doing is you are finding 2, you're helping them find 2. Month 3, month 4, month 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In month 9 months, you've put 512 new people into your business. And actually, if you sum up the whole total, you have over 1,000 people in your business. What did you do in 9 months? 9 months, you just moved from the employee, small business owner side. Well, first you might be an employee, and you decided to take the leap in Vasayo, so you spent $49 and got a little bit of product, and you moved to the S quadrant. And then in 9 months, you followed a duplicatable system, leaned on your upline, found 2 people, helped them find 2 people, and copied that, and you have 1,000 people in your business, right? Didn't cost you $5 to $25 million, and you don't have 500 employees, you have 500 CEOs of their own business. At this point, you probably have a multi-$100,000, maybe even $1 million a year distribution business of your product, of your Vasayo product. You don't have any trucks. You don't have any inventory, no workman's comp, no overhead. These are the things that keep small business owners up at night. These are the things that big business owners pay people to run, running an HR. With Vasayo, with network marketing, with your business, you have the opportunity right now to jump quadrants from the E to the S side to the B and I side just by helping some people out, helping people get healthy. And if this isn't the opportunity for you, then really focus in on what I've shared with you guys here and think about how can you switch quadrants, right? How can you move over to the next quadrant? And if you see a path that's easier than Vasayo, then go for it. But for me, with everything that I've learned from business and what I've learned from network marketing, and you want to jump quadrants and you want to get over to the other side, this is the route to go. Because guys, this is what we did. We went from the employee side of our previous company to the S. Then we went from the S, we built a business, we saved some money, we bought some rental properties and moved to an I. And I never would have done that if I didn't take the opportunity with the previous company we were with. Never. I'd probably be slaving away 80 hours a week at a restaurant that I own. You know? Getting paid $2 an hour. Hustling. Late nights. Not seeing my son, not seeing my wife. So I hope this opportunity really resonates with you. If it does, there's a couple different packages you can come in on. Anything from a lower level package of what's here is $239, so it's one of each product. And you can even go lower than that if you want. But I suggest if you're in business, you may as well get some product, right? You know, if I was going to start a restaurant, I wasn't going to start a restaurant with like 1 hamburger. You got to have some inventory to sell. Even though you might not be necessarily like slinging it out of your truck and selling it, but you got to have product to share. Brand partner product, premium package, value package. Here's the important thing about this page and about this industry. Product is nice, right? You want to have product, but product will not exchange for hustle. You can get into this business with nothing. If you have hustle and grind, you can make $1 million. You can be successful. You can get into this industry with a little bit of money, a little bit of product. If you have hustle, you can be successful. You can get in this industry and buy the biggest package there is. If you don't have hustle, drive, and determination, man, you ain't going anywhere. So yeah, product will be the catalyst to get you to where you want to go to, but the decision for you to say, I'm going to do this. So don't get caught up. If you find it interesting right now, don't get caught up on products. Right? If you see this opportunity, you're like, man, I just don't have money right now. Cool. Talk to the person who invited you to see the slide. Let's hit you on a plan. Yeah, I want to get this customer introductory bonus. Okay, then let's do it. Get you a month. Save up. Start plugging in, learning as much as you can about the opportunity. Then in a month, you buy your product. You're ready to go. If you have the hustle, drive, and determination, you see the future for yourself, then we'll help you get there. So right now, this is that biggest product. Me and Megan talked about that Founders Pack. This is the one that was like, it's for us, it was a no-brainer, right? It was a bet on yourself. I mean, if you're gonna bet on something, don't bet on the Super Bowl. Don't bet on something else that you don't have any way to change the outcome, right? It's a bet on yourself, because what you do with this Founders Pack, you get a bunch of product, you get a ticket to convention, but why you're betting on yourself is because when you hit that gold executive rank, you get 1% of North American revenue and 1% of global revenue, right? That's huge, huge money. That comes at the gold rank. That's like the 5th rank in this company. Usually that type of money and leadership pool is saved for like diamond executive rank. So it is a bet on yourself. Can you do this, right? It's literally putting money out there and saying, hey, I'm going to bet that I'm going to be able to get gold. And when I do, I'm going to rake it in because I placed this bet. That's what I saw it as. How much would I hate, being a gold executive and having had the opportunity to get the Founders Pack but not getting it, right? But you got to act fast. They're limited. 7,500 or March 1st, whichever comes first. I can almost guarantee the 7,500 will be sold before then. So if you see this opportunity as something you want to do, then jump on it. Go ahead and grab it. You're going to get the product, you're going to get your ticket, and you're going to get in on that leadership poll. So that's why I jumped in the Founders Pack. So what's next? If you found this presentation interesting, you like the opportunity, you really want to take action, you reach out to the person who sent this video to you and tell them, I want to do it, or let's sit down, let's meet, let me ask you some questions about it. The one thing, like I said, about everyone, at least in my team, that we teach is like we don't pressure anyone. We don't talk anybody anything. I don't have to talk anybody anything. I know what we have. So reach back out to them. Say you want to ask some questions. Say you want to get started. Then once you get started, like it's that plug and play system. Jump in. You'll get added to these Facebook groups. You'll get teaching. You'll get training. You'll get the website. You'll get the app. And all you're going to do is you're going to find 2 people in that first 30 days. And you're going to help them find 2 people in the next 30 days. And then in the meantime, you'll find someone else. You'll plug them in your business. Find some customers. Put them in. It's that simple, guys. So I really want to thank you for being able to jump on this call. Megan wanted to say bye too. She had to go take care of our son. He was needed a little assistance, so she had to take off, and so I wanted to finish off the presentation and make sure you guys got the value from it. But if you liked it, like I said, reach out to that person. And I'll just leave you with this: is like, what if? What if you like this opportunity, but you decide that you don't really want to, you're not ready to jump on it, right? And then 2 years from now, someone comes knocking at your door with some of the Vasayo products, and they say, man, this company is going crazy. Do you want to get in? Like, what if you're that person? What if you're saying, man, I had an opportunity to look at that thing at the beginning, like literally the first month when it launched, at the beginning. And I said no. And now you're contemplating it 2 years later. Yeah, you can still be successful. But are you going to be kicking yourself? Are you going to be thinking that I should have done it? Life is made up by decisions. We're in the new year right now. So it's not just about New Year's resolutions. It's about New Year's decisions. What decisions are you going to make to put yourself in the place to where you have ultimate levels of success? So guys, I thank you again for being able to jump on this video and check it out. If you have any questions, reach out to me directly or reach out to the person who invited you to this. I wish you guys the best, and thank you so much for jumping on this call.